Hello and welcome to the International Baccalaureate Program at Katedralskolan in Uppsala. My name is Sarah Holland. I'm the Diploma Coordinator and also IB Chemistry teacher.
And hello, my name is Therese Schütt, and I'm the pre-IB coordinator, and I'm also an English teacher, the IB.
Hello, my name is Kayo and I go in the IB too.
Hi, my name is Kaisa and I'm also an IB too.
Hi, my name is Nasim. I also do an IB too.
My name is Ruth and I'm also an IB too.
The International Baccalaureate Program, or IB for short, is a program offered all over the world. As you can see here, there's approximately 5,284 schools. It varies a bit. Here in Uppsala, we offer the IB Diploma Program, which consists of a preparatory year called the pre-DP or pre-IB, and then 2 years of the diploma program.
At Katedralskolan, we have approximately 1,300 students, and out of those 1,300, 180 of them are IB students. And it's the only program taught in English, and it's 1 out of 6 programs that we give here at Katedralskolan. And it's the only IB program and IB school that we have here in Uppsala. Yes. And what do you think about going to Katedralskolan, Nasim?
I think it's really nice, or really you get to meet a lot of different people from different countries. So it's like a mix of everyone. So you get to learn about other people's languages or their culture, while you're kind of not struggling, but in the same program. You get to see how different people cope with that. So I think that's a plus factor.
Yeah, thank you. And here you can see just the front page of the website for our school. And if you go here, you can find information about the IB program in English as well. And you will, in a while, you will also find this video to look at again. Yeah.
So why should a student study the IB program? Here are 3 of the what we think are good reasons for studying the IB program. We have students who are currently studying at universities all over the world and in Sweden after completing their diploma. Many of them come back and tell us that they feel that it was an excellent preparation for their university studies. The IB is a very academic program, but as well as an emphasis on the school subjects, there is focus on personal development of the student in different ways as well. Partly through CAS, TOK, and the learner profile, which we will talk about later. What is unique about the IB is, especially compared to the Swedish programs, is that you get to create your own set of subjects. More about that later as well. Ruth, would you like to tell us why you wanted to study the IB?
I wanted to study the IB because it brings a sense of community with the other students that you're with. There's a lot of diversity and it's very international. And also the program itself, the education it gives you opens a lot of doors. You can go wherever you want to go. You can stay in Sweden or study internationally, but you can literally do whatever you want. There's so much freedom in it, and you get to choose your own subjects, like Sarah said. So.
And Kayo, what made you choose the IB?
Well, it's basically because of my background. I'm from Brazil, and I've lived in Sweden for 3 years now. So my Swedish is not the best. I'm working on it, and I feel like learning in English is going to prepare me, is the best option for future studies.
So let's look at the program in a bit more detail. As we've already said, the IB consists of 3 years. Year 1 is the preparation year, pre-DP. Years 2 and 3, the full diploma program.
And here you can see the different courses that you take in year 1. You study a lot of subjects in year 1, and that's because you are supposed to get a very good foundation for your choices that you're doing later, because you're choosing 6 subjects in total for the DP. So this is mainly to get you sort of a feel for what it is that will suit you individually.
So at the end of year 1, as Therese said, you get to choose subjects, some at higher level, some at standard level. The diploma program can be summed up with this beautiful picture, where we have the core, which is TOK, CAS, and the extended essay, and the various subject groups around that. Here at Catedral, on the other hand, these are the subjects that we offer. Students have to select 3 higher level subjects and 3 standard level subjects. And leading up to that decision, there will be lots of information, obviously, about the different subjects. So I'd like to ask Kaisa and Nasim to tell us about their subject choices.
Okay. So I am taking English A Literature higher, along with History and Bio higher, and then I'm taking Swedish A Lang Lit standard, along with Math standard and French B standard. So the reason why I chose those subjects was because I really enjoyed the subjects and I wanted to pick something that I knew I would enjoy and have fun studying.
So I want to study medicine in the future. So I chose chemistry higher, psychology higher, and biology higher, and then math standard, Swedish B standard, and English A Lang Lit standard. And since in Sweden you need 3 sciences to study medicine, I had to take an extra course for physics, which if you know Swedish, it's not that hard. But yeah, just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the core that you study, and that's part of your personal development in the IB program. And the first subject that you choose is a transdisciplinary subject that's called TOK, or Theory of Knowledge, and it allows students to consider a question of how do we know what we know, and it explores the nature of knowledge across different disciplines, so across their different subjects in their diploma program, and it encourages the students to appreciate other cultural perspectives. Yeah. And for the extended essay, that's also part of their core. It's a longer essay that they write starting in year 2, and they finish it in year 3. Yeah. And last of all, we have creativity, activity, and service. We call it CAS mostly. And it is an encouragement of the personal development outside of the classroom. And it's more learning by doing. And I think that we can get a few examples of what you can do within CAS. Maybe Kaio, can you?
Yeah. So I can take an example for activity. I started running and playing volleyball as well. And
For service, I have tutoring, so I go and I can help people with Swedish. My classmates, I've done that, or kids that go in elementary and middle school, I help them as well. So it's just a chance to kind of get out of your comfort zone and develop yourself, but also help someone else develop academically.
Mm-hmm. So who can study the IB? The IB program is, of course, for everybody. It's an advantage if you have a reasonable command of the English language, of course, but you don't have to have it at mother tongue level. It's also a program it's an academic program. So if you were already interested in leaning towards Natur or Sam or Hum, you're the right kind of person. The difference is, of course, that you can choose your subjects, which is why many people actually choose to come here. Maybe we can hear from all 4 of you about how your route to the IB, starting with Kaya.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm from Brazil and I've lived here for a short period of time. I'm not quite sure what I want to do in the future, but I want to have as many options as possible, and I think to study in English now is going to help me with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I am fully Swedish. I've lived in Sweden my entire life, but I just decided that I really wanted to choose my own subject since I have a lot of interests in a lot of different areas, and I wasn't completely sure if I wanted to study in Sweden or not, but I knew that if I chose the IB, I could still study in Sweden. It was just that I had more options to study elsewhere too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm from Pakistan, and I've only lived in Sweden for 6 years, so my Swedish still isn't that great. And I've always studied in the English school, so even in Pakistan, and after coming here, I studied at Kornyadit, which was mostly English. So I just wanted to continue studying in English, also because I wanted to go outside of Sweden to study. So I thought the IB would be a better option for me.
Mm-hmm.
I came from Ethiopia. I went to an international school there for 11 years, and I moved to Sweden about 1.5 years ago. I chose the IB because I wanted a very diverse and like a sense of community in my class. And I had that before. I didn't want to leave that there, so I wanted that to come with me. But I also don't really know what I want to do in the future, so I wanted to have as many doors as possible open for me and to be able to study in Sweden if that's what I chose or elsewhere.
Thank you. So what is different about the IB program can be summed up in this slide. The main difference actually is that the grade is set externally from exams which are marked by examiners somewhere else. So the teacher has a different role. There's no grade inflation. The IB has the same average all throughout the world basically every year. And you are given subject grades rather than course grades. Ruth, how would you describe the relationship with teachers on the IB program? Is it any different to what you're used to, or?
I think in the first year you kind of come from 9th grade and it's been like about grades. It's been about the results that you get. But when you come into the IB, you realize, no, it's not actually about the grade. It's more about the teachers there that coach you. They're not the ones setting your grades. So you get a better relationship. You're not scared to ask. You're not scared to fail because they're there to help you along. And you get a stronger bond and you feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And I know Kaisa had something to add on this subject.
Yes. So I was really nervous about my grades when I was in 9th grade. I tried really hard to get like straight A's. And then when I got in here and I was like, I'm going to have to keep on getting like full marks on all my tests. I'm going to keep on having to work hard. And I never really allowed myself to fail. And then there was a point that I realized the only way for me to learn is to actually grow from my mistakes. And that's when I kind of realized that I need to take a step back. And that's how the IB kind of helped me. Since the teachers aren't grading me or grading us, I didn't need to be scared to actually fail something in order to get better.
Good point.
All right, so if you are interested in the IB program, I'm going to talk a little bit about the application. So first of all, if you are living in Uppsala or Knivsta, you get your information about the application from your schools. I've recently heard that it's still through Dexter. And all applicants, though, they need to fill out the IB registration form, and it's available on this website. You will find it under the IB program at our website, but this is the exact link for the application. And then, in order to get to this part, which is enrollment day, you will have to fill in this application. That's why it's important. And you will get an invitation if you choose it from 1 to 3 on your option. And it's the 22nd of March, 2021. So save the date if you're interested in the IB. And it will include a tour of the school. And then you will get an opportunity to meet current IB students, these 4, for instance. And then you will write an essay in English. And it will be followed up by an interview. And the essay and interview will be considered along with your grades, but it will definitely not be the only deciding factor.
Okay, and lastly, just to say you can find this presentation and other useful information on the school website, which is given here. And if you want more details about the IB program, then the IBO website is the place to go. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, and we'll hope to see you all soon.
See you all soon. Goodbye.
Bye.